our first runs of the day. Wells flicks it off his pads down to the very short fine leg boundary to pick up 4. Fuller, and driven uppishly through the gap between third slip and backward point, and Wells picks up his second boundary. Bowled him, played on. Wells looked to drive that through the offside, didn't get hold of it. Bit of nibble into him, inside edge. Nicely played by Jennings, keeps that on the floor. That's his first boundary. Lancashire move on to 14.
Gorgeous by Josh Bohannon. Stayed upright, not fallen over onto the offside. More runs, this time through square leg, but with the same degree of panache.
Who was at mid-wickets now on the boundary.
And make that, for my money, 3 of the best. I think it's just going to get there. Rory Burns in hot pursuit, but that just jiggles over the boundary at extra cover. Scythed away, there to hit, and he's crunched it behind square for 4. Left-hander's classic shot. Been in this time, gone up for it, given. Jennings is furious. Look back to the umpire as well. Gives a sense that he's not so much furious with himself as with the decision. Lovely shot.
Oh, brilliant shot from Josh Bohannon. Crunches that through the vacant cover region. Oh, what a shot that is from Rocky Flintoff.
Maybe there's your answer.
Mullered through cover point.
Oof.
Bowled him, inside edge, onto the top of leg stump. And so Conor McKerr has his man. On the pull, thank you very much. Beautifully played and controlled. He's ridden the bounce. On the pull, kept it down. May well beat the man, indeed it does. Second boundary for Rocky Flintoff, moves on to 27. Oh, that's flown through the slips. That's gone quickly. Conor McKerr dropped one. Beautifully played off the hip. And beautifully played. Matt Hurst has looked good since he's come to the crease. That's his third boundary 4.
And Rocky Flintoff is gone immediately. Waited for a second to confirm that the ball had indeed carried to Sai Sudarshan at backward point, but the perfect start for Surrey. 1 ball into the afternoon session. Driven 4. Clark just strays in length again, and this time Hurst throws his hands through the ball. It's very impressive skill. Driven airily, but for 4. Matty Hurst hasn't been hanging about today, and he moves on to 30.
And we're there in the office. That's been punched nicely though across that very, very quick offside boundary to the left-hander, and so that's the first boundary 4 for George Balderson. That's tickled fine, that'll run away for 4. Errant from Tom Laws. He'll be cranky with himself. There we go. Some naked aggression finally from George Balderson, who's been quiet up until now. Scythed away, no one there. It would have gone straight to gully, but you can't have them everywhere, and that's 2 boundary 4s.
Some clipped through mid-wicket for 4 runs. It's a wonderful shot from Balderson. And that is a fantastic catch. Quite remarkable from Conor McKerr at leg slip. The ball has been flicked down the leg side by Hurst, and diving to his right, McKerr has thrown a hand at it. Driven,
Just
that'll be
as I say
4. 4 to the right of cover, and fast enough and hit powerfully enough that it beats the sweeper to their left. And Venkatesh Iyer runs down the wicket and edges behind in the most remarkable dismissal. And Surrey have a sixth. We were just referring to Lancashire potentially continuing to attack. This time it's edged through the slip cordon, just to the left of Dom Sibley, and the ball runs away for 4. And that's nicked and that's caught. Well held by Will Jacks at first slip, and Dan Worrall has a 3rd wicket. Balderson's innings comes to an end on 33, and Surrey's fine day is just getting better and better and better. Edged, caught, and Lancashire sink further into their troubles.
Can score lots of runs in lots of conditions.
Picked that up beautifully, by the way, off his hip. That's gone all the way. That's a gorgeous shot. Slashed away, not picked up either by Sai Sudarshan.
Unlucky.
And a decent effort, but can't prevent the boundary 4. He was going. Yes, please. What a shot. More runs. Gone up and over. 4 more through straightish extra cover. This is good stuff now. And he's chipped it straight to mid-off. Who'd have thought? How frustrating must that be for Josh Boyden on debut? He did not much of either. So, final man here today and gone immediately. Will Williams. And so Jordan Clark picks up a couple of cheap ones to complete his day's work with the ball at least. 4 for 57.
Sibley tucks that one off his hip and picks up his first boundary and Surrey's first boundary. Cut away from Rory Burns, just evades the man diving at backward point.
Aspinwall immediately finds the outside edge of Sibley, but the ball runs away for 4 runs. Driven by Sibley, and that'll be 4 runs. A big gap between point and mid-off. And although it wasn't the cleanest of strikes, driven again, and that'll be 4 more again. Almost the carbon copy. Aspinwall just over pitches once more, and Sibley leans in. It's driven down the ground. It might not quite reach the fence. It was very straight from Rory Burns. It's chased all the way to the fence, and unfortunately for Lancashire, Williams is only able to scoop the ball back into himself. That's tickled round the corner. That will go all the way for 4 runs. Aspinwall just losing his way here, as are Lancashire.
Yeah.
Beautiful from Rory Burns. A wonderfully timed on drive. He's hardly moving, just pushed the ball back past Balderson. And 4 to the other side of the bowler. It's wonderful batting from Rory Burns.
Short and pulled just over the man at short mid-wicket. I think he might have got a hand onto it, but
they're in perfect position.
Short again, and that's pulled for 4 more. Another loose delivery from Iyer, and Burns was never going to miss out on that. And clip past the man at mid-wicket for 4 more. The runs really starting to flow for the home side. Flicked off Sibley's hit for another single. He moves on to 37.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's a fine bowler with a very good record for Lancs.
It has been dark all day, but I do think this is the darkest it has been.
Well, your pincers are better than mine, Yazeen. I find this somewhat baffling, I have to be honest.